And so wait, so were they hiring? Were they like, how did you get a hold of them?
Yeah, so I made a TikTok, and I
Mhm.
basically the TikTok was, and you can find it. It's on my pinned videos or whatever on Savannah Bananas,
Okay.
and it was like, you're finally okay with not playing baseball anymore. And I like threw my glove down, threw my batting gloves down. Then I looked to my right, and the text above says, "But then you see the Savannah Bananas TikTok, and it makes you want to play again." And I showed like a bunch of videos, guys like doing crazy stuff, and just happened. Like they reached out, owner reached out, their director of social media reached out, and yeah,
So
pretty.
so Jesse Cole reached out directly?
Yep, he DM'd me and was like, "Jackson would love to work with you in any way. Let's figure something out."
Wow. So originally, did you think it would be as a creator, or were you like, wait a minute, I can actually get on this team?
No, it was originally as a creator. Like, hey, you can come down. We have this summer series. We're gonna play 6 games in August. We're trying out this new format of like having 6 games, whatever. I don't know exactly like what the whole
Yeah.
plan was. All I knew was that I was gonna go make content, film some videos, and get out. And then I was on the phone with Jesse, and I'm like, hey, Jesse, like, I don't know if you know this. You probably don't. You have a million things going on. But I played baseball. I played in the Cape Cod League. I got an offer from a professional team, like all this stuff. And he was like, no, like I know I've seen a couple of your things, whatever. Um, and then, yeah, it turned into me making content to me going there and actually playing third base for them.
Oh my God. Okay. So now what year was this that this all started?
2022.
Okay. So basically their first year, right? Because they kind of started with this whole new
The
brand
new
in 2022.
in 20, yeah, early in 2022 or 2021 too, but they had the first tour where they went
Okay.
on tour and actually went out of Savannah and played 7 cities earlier that year in 2022. And then the summer series was in August. So it was kind of at the start of like Banana Ball.
So, all right. At this point, do you think a lot of people knew of Banana Ball, or was this kind of contained within Savannah?
No, I think a lot of people knew at this point because like I was going to games, major league games, and people were like, "Oh, like either they were wearing a jersey," and I'm like, "Whoa, like the
Really?
Bananas," or they were like, "Hey, Jackson, you got to go to a Bananas game. Like you would love it. Like you would love making content there. Like add it to your the MLB should add it to your. Someone told me that MLB should add it to my stadium tour, and I'm like,
Right.
add what? Like, and they were like Grayson Stadium, like the Bananas like field, and I'm like, what? What even is this? And so it was pretty big at that point.
Okay. So now for people that are listening that have no idea what we're talking about, can you explain what Banana Ball is?
Yes, at the core, I mean, when I really think about Banana Ball, I think about Broadway mixed with baseball, mixed with theater. Like it's theater on a baseball field, but we're also playing a real game. So everybody always likes to compare us to the Globetrotters. Like, hey, you are the Globetrotters of baseball. And that's amazing to be related to such an amazing like league, not league, but I guess sports
Team.
team like
Yeah.
Globetrotters, but now we're gonna have a league. Um, but the main difference is that we're playing competitive games. We have more teams. We have 4 teams now, which is really cool. And every game goes down. I mean, a lot of the games go down to the very, very end, and that's why people are staying the entire game. Like they want to see who wins. Like it's a different game. We're playing. We're having a lot of fun. We're doing crazy walk ups. We're singing songs. We're doing dances. We're throwing the ball between our legs and bouncing the ball between our backs. But like at the core of it, like we're still playing we're still
Baseball.
playing. We're still
Right.
playing to win. Like everybody wants to win the game at the end of the
Right.
day.
So
Um,
it's not a staged game per se. The game itself is live, but all the
yes.
other things are staged. The songs and the okay. So okay, I have so many questions. First of all, who are these people that are on the teams? These teams, are they people that wanted to be major baseball league people? Are they people that have big singing careers? Like how are you good at both? Like that seems like a lot of stuff going on. And also, sorry, you're not just a typical baseball player. You're like catching things in different ways and you seem almost better and more flexible.
Yeah, you obviously have to be very flexible. I mean, mentally and physically. Like that,
Mhm.
I would say you have to be more flexible mentally for sure because you're going from, I mean, they're recruiting guys that either have a background in dance or a background in like they have a good TikTok account or they have a good social media. But at the core of it, like number one, you have to be a really good person. You have to be a good person. That is literally the number one most important thing for anyone going into this organization. They've gotten rid of a lot of people that are really good baseball players, but not great people. And so that's
Wow.
number one. But also, I mean, you have to be a good baseball player. Like a lot of people think they look at the Bananas and they're like, oh, they're just like having fun out there and like throwing balls between their legs. But like, no, like they're our center fielder and now a lot of our outfielders, but our center fielder, DR Meadows, started it. He does a backflip And in the middle of his backflip, he catches a fly ball and lands it every single time. And so they're looking for people that can do stuff outside of the box. But like, it is the most impressive thing when you see it. When people come to a game for the first time, when they've seen it on social media and us singing and dancing, and they see that, or our shortstop, Ryan Cox, bouncing a ball between his back on a real ground ball. The runner is running as fast as he can. And we have a lot of fast guys. Bounces it between his back, catches it, bounces it between his legs like a basketball player, and throws the guy out at first base. It is the most incredible thing. I'm never going to say that we're better than Major League Baseball players. We're better than we don't care about that comparison. It just basically, we want people to acknowledge like how difficult it is to actually pull this stuff off.
Right. So. Well, but I read that, where are my notes here? That like 33 of the former players have made it into the Major League Baseball. They've been drafted. Is that right?
Yes. So that came from when the Bananas started as a summer league, college summer league. So like the Cape, like I was talking about, like the Bananas played in the Coastal Plains League, and then basically got out of the league to start Banana Ball. But yeah, and during that league, they were still singing and dancing. Like they were still, they had Bananas, like Dancing with the Stars, like Bananas version. Dancing with the Bananas, I think it was called. But yeah, so they were still, they were scouts watching these guys trying to draft them, but they were also dancing. They were doing a Hey Baby dance. They were like engaging with fans in the crowd. And so very cool.
Okay, so you don't know who's going to win the games. The games are not staged.
Nope, the Party Animals won more games than us, the other team we play. Okay. Now there's 2 more. They won more games than us in 2023. It came down to the last game, and people think that that's scripted. Like, you guys were tied until the last game. Like, obviously it's scripted, but it really, if you ask anyone in the entire organization, you would think there would be a whistleblower, but like, it literally was not staged at all. And yeah, we won the tour last year. So now this is kind of like all right, who's going to like win the third tour? But yeah.
Right. So you guys start your season this coming weekend. What's new and different? Are there any new teams? Are there any new rules? What should we expect?
Yep. New team, the Texas Tailgaters. So they are the new team. They're not based in Texas yet. They're still in Savannah. So like all of us are all together.
Do you guys all practice your moves together?
Yeah. And I think that's what makes, and we're in different locker rooms in Savannah, but when we go on the road and we play in these 17 major league stadiums, 4 NFL stadiums, we're all sharing the same locker room.
Okay.
So you better that's why you better be a good person if you're going to come into this organization. That's a big reason. Like, we don't want anyone that's a headache or a cancer in the locker room. But yes, we have one new team, a lot of new choreography that we had to learn this preseason, new trick plays. Everybody's doing new tricks. It's kind of like just evolving what we've already done. We know it's been successful. We know the Bananas has been successful, but it's like, you have to evolve, and you have to do new things, or else those people that came last year and the year before, they're going to come again. They're going to see us again. Right. In Mesa, there's going to be a lot of people that have already seen us play that are going to that game. They're going to come there all right, is this going to be the same as I saw last year? And it's not. So it's going to be really cool.
Okay, so give me an idea of what happens during preseason. What is a week in the life? Are you guys learning dances? Are you guys practicing playing? Are you working out? Tell me what it's like.
All of the above. We were learning. I mean, we just had snow in Savannah, unfortunately. So that knocked out about 3 days of very important rehearsal time. So yesterday we had a long day of relearning these dances, doing a music video, and the dances, we're baseball players. Dancing is very, very difficult for us. Some of us. Some guys are really good, but me personally, I've had to learn a lot in the last year and a half about the way my body moves and not looking like a statue out there. But yeah, so a lot of dancing, a lot of creating content too, and just being with the guys again is so cool because we all get to make content together, and really practicing these trick plays and working on our hitting and fielding and everything, all of the above. So it's way more than I ever had to do in college, mentally and physically.
Right.